Okay, good morning. It's today. I think it's August 31st. Oh, I know it's August 31st. Anyway, just a little update. I know it's been a while. I changed it. Okay, no, sorry, I was just thinking if I had changed the movie HD movie settings on this thing for documentary versus diary. Although I haven't been doing well. I thought about doing it. Anyway, sorry about that. So brief update. Got the Tiger. It's up it's up on eBay. In one day, it's already up to 12,000. I'm just absolutely flabbergasted. I wish the Mercedes was up that high, but you know, I'll do what I can. Anyway, a lot going on. Did manage to get the Tiger back, but I think it might have cost me the motorhome in the process. The engine is spewing oil again, and you can see it bubbling out where the weld is, so I'm kind of concerned about that. I might try and re-weld it. We'll see. That was an ordeal and a half that I'm just really not ready to go back into, because it means taking the injection pump back off. I might try Marine Tex. Anyway, going on Monday to look at the boat again. It's the first one I looked at. It might end up. It's very well likely to be the one that I end up buying. It's the most ready to go, and that's what I need. I'm so tired of being screwed over by people. I went all the way up to British Columbia, Canada. It's about 1,500 miles from here, or something like that, to look at a boat that I was told was one thing, and it was not. It was neither a ferro cement hull, nor was it seaworthy. I mean, we've taken to lying to each other when we understand that someone else's life is at stake. I mean, I told them what I was planning to do, and they lied to me about everything anyway. I don't understand. And on that note, I've been doing a lot more thinking. Well, I'm always thinking about what's going on, and I've got to remember to talk about what I've discovered about myself too. But I just keep examining and trying to figure out, am I right about what's wrong and how to fix it? And everything, everywhere I go, it just explains it dead on. And I'm scared because, I mean, I see it all over the world. Iran is quite immature right now. And it's this pressure from America. I mean, our television has pressured us, the people, to be immature. Now America is pressuring the rest of the world to be immature, and it's counterproductive to humanity, folks. I've been thinking about making a bid for president, a serious bid for president, because I know I can lead this country into a more sane way of life, but I don't have time to sell people on the idea that they can have more than they have by taking less. Just give, and you'll give back. You'll get it back. That's all there is to it. Anything you give, you get back. Anything you take is taken from you. It's that simple. And the worst of it is anything you give is given to you back twice-fold, many-fold. Anything you take is taken back many times fold. You know, I don't understand it. I don't understand. People are so illogical. Anyway, as far as me, I've been doing a lot of thinking, and especially last night, I've been doing a lot of thinking on this idea of multiple personality disorder, or dissociative identity disorder, I think is what they're calling it, which technically more accurately describes what's going on in my head. There is, after all, some scientific basis to the contents of the DSM, though it's not entirely credible. But anyway, what I've discovered is that I do believe that I have, either I do have dissociative identity disorder, or it is not a disorder. That's important. I think what it is an adaptation to an illogical artificial society in which we have various roles. I think it's easy to distinguish and make them more distinct, to make them more pronounced, through cueing, which I have done on my own, actually self-hypnosis, but also the famous case of Sybil, was shown to have been completely fabricated. Not the idea that she had, and not the psychiatrist's story that she had, multiple dissociative identity disorder, multiple personality disorder. But when I say fabricated, I mean every personality was fabricated by the psychiatrist, who probably didn't know any better, but then again, he should have. Anyway, so, you know, these can be created. I think what is going on, and I'm fairly certain on this. I'm very, very, very certain on this, actually. I'm more confident in it than psychologists are in it not being true. Now, if I can just remember what I was saying. Yes. The problem I have is that between personalities, there is this memory that's held. And that common memory, also known as working memory, bingo for all you psychiatrists and psychologists out there, especially those or for those researching dissociative identity disorder, bingo, there is where the problem is. The problem isn't that people have multiple personalities. The problem is people that forget the information between those personalities. So you have a normal adaptation to an illogical society in which we have roles, and you have a disorder caused by a deficiency or disease in memory, in being able to remember facts between personalities, and that's where I'm at. When I'm at home and alone and whatever, I don't have to put on a facade. I don't have to put on a personality. But if I'm going to say go out to the doctor, like I'm doing today, I have to put on this personality, and I partially dress it. I mean, you can see I'm dressed a little bit differently than I have been, and my hair's a little bit neater. I put on this personality to be able to go out, but this personality doesn't have full contact with the core memories. So things that I'm remembering right now, like I need to talk to my doctor about it. International Health Certificate, I need to talk to her about my colon being blocked up, and the fact that I can't get help so I can get the diagnostic, the colonoscopy. Need to talk to her about the fact that I'm having hot flashes, and which means that my that lead is being released back into my blood, so I need to get DMSA and chelate it. But I'm going to get there, and partially because the other aspect of my personality disorder is that I can't really control it. It is an adaptation I created, a skill I created out of necessity for dealing with home life. And that's why I always thought I was schizophrenic, because I had, and now that I think about it, I didn't have two personalities, I had three. There was the natural me, there was the, in the middle, the natural me, there was this stressed out, I'm not going to deal with it, I'm going to dissociate and not remember things, and this is how I deal with my family personality. And then there was my, okay, there's a normal me, there's this guy, we've got to balance this out, so let's create a fantasy thing, whatever, that thinks that things like, I don't know, I'm not going to talk about those things. But, so that's where I'm at, and I've just gone haywire, and I create new personalities to suit my environment. I mean, this is stunning revelations that I'm talking about right here. This is stuff that the psychological field should be clamoring over. Hopefully, will be one day. I mean, it's what's going on in my head. And now that I know that, I can actually deal with it. And one thing I was doing last night was I was sitting playing poker. And poker is something I do as an exercise in skills. It's something I do for socialization, and it's something I do just to prove that I can still do some things. And last night, after realizing that this is what's going on, this personality and the memories between and whatnot, I actually started intentionally developing the personality of the poker player. He even has a name. I go by my last name, Wolf. So he dresses differently usually. I didn't put on my personality last night, which I should have, but he dresses differently, and he has a completely different set of skills. Wolf knows how to read people. Wolf isn't afraid to read people. Wolf isn't afraid to quote-unquote cheat. Whereas Mike, long ago, thought that using his skills at reading people was cheating at poker because I was so good, or am so good. But Wolf knows that poker is a game, and poker is everybody comes to the table expecting to be lied to and cheated on. Not cheated versus the rules, but cheated in terms of ethically, morally speaking. So you come to the table, and it's a tacit agreement that everybody's going to lie, everybody's going to try and take all your money, which is interesting because that is a controlled environment that is almost precisely what capitalism is. So, to me, capitalism is, all I do with capitalism is play a fun game with people. I just get to keep what I win. That's all it is. But to some people, I mean, for me, it's a game. I wouldn't risk my life. I wouldn't risk more than I could. I wouldn't risk anyone else's life or safety for poker. But there are people out there, they're called corporate executives and chairmen of, and corporate board members. They're all one and the same, all a couple hundred of them. But they are playing the same game, but it is for real with them. They come to the table and assume that everybody has agreed to give themselves over as labor, to be told how to live their lives, be told what they can and can't have. And yes, I do mean that. You go out there right now and you get yourself the most. Go get yourself an elk steak. Go, you know. You can't do it. Yeah, you can buy one that's been farmed or whatever like that. But if you want something that's natural human food, you got to go get a permit. You got all this stuff. And I'm sorry, I just lost track. This is how easily it happens. Just like that. I was talking about what capitalism can't provide. Oh yeah. So they tell you what you can eat. You know, you can't go down to the grocery store and get elk steak. You have to go to a special store and pay special money because capitalism is incapable of providing for our needs. It's only capable of providing for our wants. Okay, so I got that part back. Now, what was I talking about that tangent for? Oh, God. Sorry, I can you imagine me as president? Yeah. Oh, God, what was I doing? Oh, yeah, I was, shoot, I was negotiating peace with Iran. Fuck, what were we talking about? Anyway, no, I could do well. I could do well as long as I have someone with me to keep me on track. Yeah, I just need a little help. We all do. Okay, so now that I'm still lost, as far as the voyage, my confidence is shaken significantly. Thinking about the dangers that I face, storms and torn sails and broken masts and injuries and broken limbs and where am I going to get food? And yeah, I'm getting fucking scared. And the other aspect of it is it's honestly it's too late to leave. I've got to face that. I won't get up there to the Bering Strait until the peak of the season. And then I've got to scramble to get to where the ice doesn't form anymore, which is, fuck, I don't remember the name of the island. But I've got to scramble to get to that island where the ice closes off within a month. And I don't think I can do it. I think this is a 3 or 4 month journey. I'm just not sure. I mean, I wish I could do this. I hope I can do this, I should say. I need to do this. I need you to pay attention to me. I need everybody out there to pay attention to me. I need you to listen to me. And I need to talk about that. That's very, 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 very important. That was what I was supposed to talk about from the beginning. I saw my lawyer yesterday in my criminal case. If you recall a previous video, another plea my lawyer wouldn't listen to me. That's exactly what I said in the video. Now, it is entirely possible that he could have seen the video or heard about the contents through my former therapist. In which case, I'm happy, because I need any way I can to communicate. And if it means other people communicating for me, that's what I need. That's all I need. That's all I asked for. That's what I asked my therapist to do. Anyway, the lawyer was very receptive to my inquiries, which I'm very happy about, and to be honest, quite surprised, or a little bit surprised. I do think that I was referred to a really good lawyer. I'm just upset that, and I don't blame him. Everybody's this way, but I'm just upset that he accepts that the system is as fucked up as it is. Why do you people accept that? Oh, it's just how the system is. We put people in jail that don't deserve to be. What can you do? Oh my God. That's why I can't do these jobs, people. I can't sit by and let people be treated this way. I can't. Sorry. I'm not mad at my lawyer for not standing up for what's right. But I am mad. I am upset with everybody. Collectively. Because you know better. You know better. You're pressured by outside influence and you let yourself be pressured by it. You know better, but you see it happen and you do it. You make excuses for why it's okay to let it happen. And you don't understand the consequences of that decision. You don't understand the consequences are that if you let someone else suffer, you're letting yourself suffer. Because if you're letting someone else suffer, someone else is going to let you suffer one day. Tit for tat. Thank you, Carl Sagan. And if you don't know what I mean, Google out there and you get a copy of Billions and Billions by Carl Sagan and you read it. I'm sorry, I'm just in so much pain seeing this country the way it is. If you don't understand my tears, there's something very, very wrong with you. Yes, I know, it's 9 o'clock. Thank you, phone. And I don't mean to insult. I don't mean to attack your, fuck your fucking ego, excuse my language, but God, please, people. But seriously, if you don't understand why I'm this upset about seeing other people suffer, then you need to very, very seriously question your state of mind. Sorry for the silence. So, anyway, as I was talking about my lawyer, I hate this losing track shit. And I'm losing track of the fact that I didn't want to cuss anymore. Anyway, we were talking, and he was ready to quit. He was ready to fire me, whatever. He had someone standing by to cut a check, and because it wouldn't listen to me, and it was my reason. And then I was trying to explain to him, and obviously I knew it was wrong. First thing I do is I come on the video, and right after the phone call, I say, please help. My lawyer won't listen to me. But I can't tell him that. How do I tell someone who I don't know what their motivation is? And I have to figure out motivations because my very life is at stake here, and I'm good at figuring out motivations. But I can't figure out his motivations. That's why I needed to be in face-to-face. And that's why I did it instead of just cowering in fear, which I wanted to so desperately. But, hi, I don't remember my name. Yeah. Anyway, so my lawyer and I were talking, and we started. You know, he was actually open